episode 121. It's getting insane to count these joints at this point.
Might as well stop.
I can't not
another
count.
episode, man. It's just another episode.
Yeah, I could do that, but I like having that number. You know what I'm saying? Right in the beginning.
I got him.
And we got a special guest, which I think I told y'all about. My boy guest.
Let's go.
What's happening, everyone?
He got his muscle shirt on. He came fight today.
You know what I'm
saying? He got this young shirt on. He got his preschooler shirt on. Go on, let him go.
Friend to us and
friend with kids, man. So I had to be right and tight. You know what I'm saying?
We can't start a show with a man talking about being right and tight, bro.
Right and tight.
Man. Oh
man. So
Merry Christmas, gentlemen. Merry Christmas.
Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa.
Happy Kwanzaa. Please say Happy Hanukkah, because there's some people that got mad. Hey, listen, man.
You know what I'm saying? All the culture.
I got cursed out about that.
we hitting everything, bro. And I don't want no smoke with nobody. Not this early in the show.
Right. Happy Boxing Day, if that is what you is what you do.
Whatever you subscribe to, bro. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you
all corners.
Wherever you at in the alphabet of holidays.
Yes,
there you go. There you go. You know what? The crazy thing is, man, I'm trying to find my chalk so I can get.
Oh yeah, put that win on for me. Put that win on. There you go. Take that lead.
Not with the Patriots though, right?
Yeah.
Hey, listen, man. I know you're not talking right now with your Carolina Panthers.
Ho. Leave us out of this, sir.
Yeah, your man next to you,
sir.
Your Carolina Panthers.
Hey, we continually getting better though. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't. Yeah, we are. I'm proud of them boys. I'm proud of them boys, man. You know what I'm saying?
What y'all got? Like three wins for the season?
Hey, we got 4.
2.
We got a whole 2 wins, bro.
4.
We got a whole 2 of them.
1, 2, 3, 4.
We got a whole 2 of them jams.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Don't hate on us and what we
4
got.
4 is greater than 3.
Hey.
4 is greater than 1.
God bless y'all and y'all many accomplishments. You know what I'm saying?
We might have 4 wins, but we got 6 rings.
Well, you got a couple accomplishments. You know what I'm saying?
We got 6 rings.
Okay, that's nice.
Y'all Eagles are in trouble, boy.
I guess
we are. I ain't even gonna hold you.
I mean, I don't know that it's trouble as much as it is just, you know.
Nah, they struggling right now.
Look, every time somebody gets vaulted up somewhere, we've seen it all season this year. Every time somebody gets vaulted, they get knocked down. The Ravens got vaulted earlier in the year, they got knocked down.
Philly got losses in a row though. That hurt us. 3 losses in a row.
Philly got vaulted. They got knocked down. The Cowboys got vaulted. They got knocked down. San Francisco got vaulted. They got knocked down.
But I think yesterday's game is going to be the Super Bowl.
Which one? The Ravens 49ers?
Yeah.
I'm not sold on Brock Purdy, man.
I'm not sold on. Okay. I would love to see Lamar.
I think Lamar is getting it this year. I think it's Lamar.
We'll get to the other stuff in a second, but I want to say this before we go on. So it's on record, so nobody can try to say I didn't say it. I'm all for. I definitely want to see Lamar be successful. And if I was not such a hardcore Panthers fan, I've always rooted for Baltimore because I love Ray Lewis. Like I love
you a hardcore Panthers fan, and you turn down sub $100 tickets. To go see
it is a personal tickets. It is a personal vendetta that I have against David.
Then you're not a hardcore fan, man. Your heart
no. I want the owner gone. I want the owner gone.
I would have bought the ticket for you. You could have gone for free.
You could have went. Look, I want.
You could have went.
The conversation's about you now.
I want the owner gone. And I'm not going to support in any way that's going to put money in his pocket.
Listen, I'm a Patriots fan, dude. We are 4 and 100. And if the tickets were $5, I would have been there.
Hey, congratulations.
Wait a minute. You said you're not supporting in any way. Are you watching the games?
No, I had not watched any game. Now this is the first game that I peeked in on because I saw we were in it in 4 weeks.
Oh, you were front runner, man. Come on now.
We were in the other games. The other game that we won, I didn't watch it. I missed it because I hadn't watched it for 4 weeks. But anyway, back to what I was saying. The Ravens I'm not rooting against them. I'm rooting for them. But I will say, I think this Super Bowl is up in the air. I don't think there's any guaranteed team. I think San Francisco and Philly are definitely the most talented teams roster wise. For the NFC and the AFC, I think Baltimore. The only reason I'm not, because of Kansas City having Mahomes and Reed and them doing this before.
Nah, man, it ain't there yet, man.
The only reason I'm saying what I'm saying about them that's different this year is that Kelsey has not been Kelsey, and that is a huge detriment to them because they don't have any receivers to rely on. So if Kelsey's not Kelsey, and you don't have any receivers to throw to,
and you only got Eric Bieniemy,
and that's true too. But Chris Jones is still Chris Jones, and that defense can still be dominant when it wants to be.
I gave Mahomes his flowers last year for being able to take that team to the Super Bowl, but that team, like what Patrick Mahomes is seeing now, is what life is like when you really ain't got nobody.
He's seeing what Russell Wilson went through the entirety of his career in
Seattle. No. Yeah. Russell had what's this dude? He's a really good receiver. Why can't I remember his name?
He got made into being a really good receiver. He won a name.
What's his name? He's a good receiver right now. He was with Russ.
DK Metcalf?
No, that was right. Metcalf is
that was right before Russ left. That was right before Russ left.
He had DK for like 2 years, homie.
But before that, when Russ was making runs in the playoffs, he had Doug Baldwin.
That's
Tyler Lockett. Tyler Lockett became a reliable receiver, but Tyler Lockett was initially a returner.
But Tyler Lockett still was good, though. He was still good, but at the end, when
you're missing my point. My point is, there's a difference in between having talent that comes in as talent and talent that gets made into talent. Tom Brady made Julian Edelman a name that we all know and we still recognize. But would Julian Edelman have been that without Tom Brady? Would Wes Welker have been what he is without Tom Brady? No.
Everybody has fallen off the Patriots.
Don't do that to Wes, because Wes was good with Peyton.
Yeah, but what
I'm saying is, hold on. Edelman, Wes Welker came from Miami when they have no.
What's good, Kerry? What's good?
And they didn't look at him as a wide receiver. They didn't give him a chance. When he went to the Patriots, he balled out with Brady. He balled out with Matt Castle.
But you're making my
point.
He
balled out with Matt Castle? He had 100 catches from Matt Castle.
My point is, I don't know how we got into this.
I don't know. We can get out of football because I know how people don't like football.
We're not.
I know people don't like football.
But I will. The only point that I'm making is that Russ, they relied on Russ to give them magic and a great defense for over 5 years. They gave Russ no offensive line. They brought him no wide receiving help. They brought him no wide receiving help. They were determined that they were going to build from the offense that they had. They were not going to get him any offensive line.
He had a good comeback yesterday too.
Yeah, Russ is a magical Negro without question. That dude
didn't win, but they came back. That was
when the chips are down. When the chips are down,
played against Bailey Zappi.
Russ is one of my favorite quarterbacks. He's one of the scariest quarterbacks. In all the years that we played Seattle, I was always scared of Russ because number one, he does not care what the score is, and I've seen him make plays too many times that just don't make sense, and only he does that. And Mahomes is the same way. Mahomes has made so many plays where you're like, bruh, how? And Russ, I saw Russ in a game against us. We were up by like 28 points, and Russ was running, turned around, did a pirouette, spun, turned around and didn't even see where he was throwing and threw the ball up, and it was for a touchdown in the end zone. And I was like, what in the hell? That Russ is insane.
If we got time, I want to talk. If we got time, I want to talk about what Cam Newton was talking about. But we could talk about that later. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Anybody Cam's gonna get this work from me.
We gonna talk about that later. We gonna talk about. Let's go. Because I know how people feel about
football. Let's talk about Simone Biles' husband. Don't he play football?
Yes, he does.
Yes.
That is
right.
He does for the Green Bay Packers.
That's what happens when you know how to do this stuff. You
know? Jess is coming from a highbrow award-winning show, sir. So he knows this.
And I'm here to announce. Never heard before. No one has heard it before. I am now officially the permanent guest host of Top 5. I'm just kidding.
Hey, I'm booking it now. Don't play. Don't play because I'll put y'all permanent guest host.
Hey, let me get drawn his head.
Let me make sure that I got this in the record. This is on live. Don't forget. This goes directly to YouTube. This goes directly to YouTube after this show now.
Don't come back tomorrow and talk about man. I was drunk off that egg now.
Hey, don't say I don't remember saying that because I'm telling you, I'm gonna pull it up.
Hey, who want to go first on this Simone Biles thing? Because I'm trying to decide if I want to be politically correct or I want to be a nigga. Do I need to play so I can pull up the clip for context if need be? But I just need to know. Don't need to. I think enough people don't see unless you want to.
It's a big stretch of conversation.
Yeah, there's a lot to discuss. I will say, okay, so what part do we want to?
Let's talk about the outrage. Why are people outraged? Why are we talking about it?
See, okay, so I want somebody else to go on that part because I personally have not seen outrage. I've seen Ryan Clark's look.
All right. Let's recap real quick. So Ryan Clark,
just in case somebody wants me to.
Ryan Clark was interviewing Simone Biles' husband. What's his name?
The Pivot podcast was.
No, what was the name of it was Simone Biles' husband's name. It's
Justin Owens, I think.
Justin Owens. And during what they released a clip of it, literally just a clip, not even the whole interview. It was just a clip. And during the clip, the gentleman, her husband, was saying
Jonathan Owens. I'm sorry.
Jonathan Owens, he was saying how he didn't know who she was at the time. And Simone Biles was basically, hollering at him, getting in his DMs, basically. And during it, Ryan Clark, he's like, really, like he had that look on his face, like, really, dude, you ain't know who that was. But he was serious. He was like, I didn't know who she was. And then Ryan Clark made the joke that, oh, so you're the catch. So Ryan said that, and then it looked like he was jokingly going along with it, like, yeah, I'm the catch. Like, I always say men are the catch. Like, it looked like they were joking back and forth because everybody was laughing. Even Simone was laughing. And when people saw that clip, there were a lot of people. I saw a lot of it on Twitter. Like, this isn't like one of those things, in my opinion, where, on Twitter, sometimes you'll see people saying, why is everybody getting mad about it? And ain't nobody really getting mad about it. This was like people going, oh, this dude, minimize her accomplishments to make himself feel better. And talking about how could he not know who she was? And they were trying to find receipts on, if he's telling the truth. And it was just a lot of anger at him for, saying he didn't know who she was. And then it was even more anger that he was talking about the whole, I'm the prize, the whole I'm the prize part. But I'm gonna let y'all cook before I go.
Jess, you want to go? I'm still finding the video, but
I'll say this. A couple years ago, about 2 years ago, I was in Chicago with my wife on a trip. We're in Zara. She's shopping. I'm just mingling, just whatever. Woman comes up to me and is like, can you hand me that shirt right there? I was like, yeah, sure, no problem. Do it. I see that she's shorter. I'm like, here you go. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I guess this is what the height is good for. She's like, yeah, thanks or whatever. And she went on about her way, looked at it, It was someone else that walked past and was like, oh my God, that's Simone Biles. So it was
Oh,
like
snap.
I didn't pay attention to who she was. It was just another woman. I could just tell that she was short. So, and I was like, oh, then when I looked at her again, I said, oh, then that is okay, whatever. But so when I heard him say that, and people was like, how can you not know who that is? I'm like, well, I didn't know who was, who that person was either. I really wasn't, what I'm saying, that into looking or, paying attention so much. I just saw that the woman was short. That could have been any other short woman to me at that time. But I knew once they said the name, oh yeah, I know who she is. You know what I'm saying? But I did see Ryan Clark's face like, come on now, you ain't know who she was. Plus, you're on this dating app that's supposed to be for the affluent. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So she got to be a person of some kind of status, if you will.
He said he saw
gymnastics
a
and
lot of followers.
Right.
Yeah, he said
and then
he
he
saw.
was like,
He said,
well, and then when he was talking about the Olympics, he was like, look, I wasn't paying attention to nothing. We at training camp. I'm doing these 2 days, and that just wasn't his focus. A lot of people don't. I could probably ask my kids if they know who certain people are. They're like, I don't know that. You know what I'm saying? They know who One Punch Man is. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I got a story too, and I've told this story before. I was at Terrificon,
okay,
and I was selling my comic at my booth.
You say you met Simone Biles too?
No.
Okay.
I was at my booth in the Mohegan Sun Casino selling my comic. This 6'2", 6'3" woman came up, wanted to hear about my book, wanted to buy my book. I was just, I'm in my zone. I realized she was tall, but it never really clicked. And then I sold my book and she moved on, but I saw my people were taking pictures with her after. And I was like, and I looked at them, I was like, yo, who was that? And it was like, yo, that's Jonquel Jones, man. She WNBA, man. She was freaking MVP for Connecticut Sun. I was like, I ain't even know. And I watch basketball. And I've watched WNBA. And so I think we have, part of it is it's this silly thing that we believe that if I know who somebody is, somebody else should know who that person is too.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, honestly, I didn't even think twice about Taylor Swift this year. Taylor Swift probably could have came up to me and said hi, and I probably wouldn't even know who she was. Her face to me isn't as recognizable now because now she's all over my TV because I watch football. But I would have never I'd be like, oh, okay, yeah, hi.
Right.
Other people be like, don't you know who that is? Like, no.
In 2000, what was it? 2006, probably. I was around the U.S. Olympic team when they came to Korea, and I got to be around them. So I was around a whole bunch of the players. Didn't know who a lot of those players were. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a basketball fan. I'm standing there having a whole conversation with the assistant coach of the Olympic team, and he's the head coach of the Phoenix Suns. And I was just like, oh, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I know a few players. I knew Stoudemire. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever. But it was like, oh, all right. So to me, it's like, how can you not know? Sometimes you just don't know.
Sometimes you just don't know.
However, I'm going to be like, after a while, you're like, oh, okay, I know who you are. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, oh, yes. Oh, okay, cool. Now, like, and I don't think he was ever like, I had no clue who she was. You know what I'm saying? It was just like, hey, I didn't pay attention to the Olympics. Saw she was Simone, saw she did this, and you know what I'm saying? That was that. So it was like, all right. But I looked at and I watched this earlier today just to, get some references. But he, outside of that one part, and they were jokingly like, and she even admitted, I messaged you first. You know what I'm saying? Like whether they both swiped right or whatever at the same time or within the same time frame, it was just like, okay, yeah, she reached out first. Cool. You know what I'm saying? What's the big deal? Are they happy? If they happy and they good, so be it. I mean, he talked a lot of, positivity about her, how she, helps him with the game, helped him with his mental health. You know what I'm saying? He is not like he's just taking her for granted. You know what I'm saying? Like he really does appreciate her.
That man a millionaire.
Right. You know what I'm saying? He got to he regardless of money, but it seems like he's not pressed about her being Simone Biles, the gymnast. It's Simone, the woman,
the person.
You know what I'm saying? And so that's just how I looked at it. It was like, okay.
Morgan, you want to go before I go?
Yeah, I found a video. If anybody needs me to play it, at least that portion of when Ryan says, "Oh, so you the catch," you know what I'm saying? So like when I watched the clip, Ryan definitely was joking.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe where they're getting at Jonathan is because he said, his response was, I always say men are the catch.
Mm-hmm.
And I ain't gonna cap, I expected controversy from that because there's still a very traditional mindset when it comes to who's the catch, who proposes to who, all of those type of things. Because, I think that's what the conversation is.
In general terms of why can't men and women both be the catch?
I don't have an issue with it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I think so. The majority of the vitriol, again, I didn't see it. That's why I
and
let
he even said he was like, "Nah, she bagged me because I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't ready. I wasn't focused on none of that. You know what I'm saying? But she did something. She must have did something to make this man say
she got game.
He made it.
I'm gonna stop being single and settle that. And I don't say settle down, but make my commitment to you.
He made it clear that they both made it clear that they both swiped to say we're interested, and then after that, the pursuit came more so from her, mostly because he was resisting it. So even when she was the first one to DM, she was the first one to start the conversation. They talked, and then what I'm saying, he was tentative, mostly because he was like, I don't know if I'm ready to settle down. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of in these streets. That's what it sounds like to me. Is he saying, I'm kind of in these streets. It's too early for me to be thinking about settling down and trying to be with anybody. You know what I'm saying? So he was just keeping himself in a safe space of a safe space to him, because in his mind, I'm not ready for a relationship, and I'm not going to put you in that position either to get played or me to have to push you off or have to focus on two things at once or whatever. And I'm sure, like, when Simone is training for the Olympics, you know what I'm saying, she would need that same focus. All athletes, especially elite athletes, need to be able to have that focus, and they have to have a partner that can understand that, male or female. You know what I'm saying? In this situation, the vitriol, again, I didn't see the vitriol, thankfully, because I'm glad I missed those conversations. But I believe the vitriol probably came from him saying, I didn't know who she was, so it seems like he's trying to minimize her. And I'm sure that's where a lot of the vitriol came from. I don't know that anybody's going to give it credence that it could have been any other way, because I think it's completely plausible, only because I remember there was a news report where Oprah was in some department store.
That joint happens all the time.
Oprah was in the department store, and the person was following them because they didn't think it was following her because they didn't think she could afford it. Supposedly. Now, there's no way for us to know whether these people are lying or telling the truth unless you pull the receipts. Now, I heard somebody say earlier that people were looking for receipts to see if he knew who she was beforehand or whatever, but I didn't hear anybody say that anybody found anything.
So they said that they found out that he knew who Gabby Douglas is. And how you know who Gabby Douglas is, but you don't know because they were on the same team. And I was just like, they were?
I mean, yeah.
I personally don't. I have never sat down to watch women's gymnastics. I've watched clips after the fact. But just as I don't watch women's gymnastics, no disrespect to the athletes that are out here doing it, but like I don't really watch a ton of the Olympics anyway.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like the most I watched the Olympics was the basketball team.
No, I watch curling. That's it.
Now, I didn't watch curling. I watched the basketball team and then Phelps. When Phelps was on his run.
I watched the track, swimming, gymnastics. I watch thoroughly because
volleyball. I like volleyball.
Those.
So I watch volleyball.
We compete well in those, so I'm always watching. I watch track every year because I already know the rivalry between us and Jamaica.
But you seem to enjoy the Olympics though in general.
Oh, I love it.
That's what I'm saying. Like but I'm saying for me, I had no idea. You know.
Yeah.
Right, so,
but I think
I wouldn't be able to tell you any other than what's her name? Sha'Carri.
Yeah, Sha'Carri Richardson.
I wouldn't be able to tell you any other person on the Olympic team for track.
I didn't even know Malcolm Phelps until like closer to the end.
Sydney McLaughlin?
Nah, I don't know that.
She's a beast.
Okay.
Monster beast.
I'm gonna say this though. This is I'm gonna try and be political a little bit. I think a lot of people when they talk whenever there's like relationship stuff online or whatever, especially between like celebrities and stuff, I think a lot of people imprint their own experiences onto whatever the people are. So I think a lot of women, in my opinion, or a lot of people, I'm not even going to just zero in on women because I'm sure there were men that felt this way. But a lot of people take their own experiences and go, oh, this is how I went through something like this. So that's what must be happening right there. And I think that's where we're getting like hold on. What I heard someone say that is very true because they are married now. Maybe he should have kept it to himself, that he didn't know that could have been between.
Why is that?
Why? Why does he, Nicole? I don't understand
why he didn't know who he was. Why is that like?
I don't understand why he has to say I didn't know who she was. Again,
because I think from the standpoint that she wrote this, from the standpoint that Nicole wrote this, she could be saying it from the standpoint of optics, honestly. You know what I'm saying? Because if you say you're on this interview, if you say I didn't know who she was, you know what I'm saying, on this thing, it will be taken the way that everybody took it. You know what I'm saying? And so you have to be more cognizant. You know.
But I heard that he said this before in other interviews. They like literally somebody. I was
maybe looking under some of
the. But I'm saying like somebody said that they've told this story before, and so they were like, I don't understand now why it's a big deal now.
Maybe
just on venues that black folks didn't watch. I don't know.
I understand.
I do think that a lot of people are projecting their experiences onto that relationship because I would see a lot of people say, "Oh, when she find out 3 years from now that and I'm like, okay, so that happened to you, and
she
so
find out 3 years what
something like he gonna cheat on her or whatever, like whatever."
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I heard someone say that, which I don't have to get into. Oh, okay. I don't. But yeah, I think people, again, folks take things. It's not like, again, he didn't say I'm the catch. He didn't even bring that up. So it was a joke. And like folks gotta relax. Like it was a joke.
Well, all right. So on that part,
things don't have to always be said, man.
So on that part, I can't fully agree on that.
I don't agree with you
because wait, that's wiping now. But
I just said I don't agree with her. I can't I don't agree with
her. Wait. I was joking.
Calm down.
Golly, bro. God. Okay. Anyway, I can't say I fully agree with that only because because of the sequence of how it happened, you know what I'm saying? So Ryan brought it up as a joke, but almost trying to play him at the same time because Ryan's like, because when he initially said it, Ryan was giving him the look.
Yeah, he was giving him the look.
Ryan was giving him the hard look too. He was like, this nigga, like he really had this nigga look face on his face, right?
He did. That was
the whole time, you know what I'm saying? So then when he was like, after Jonathan went through his spiel, then Ryan was like, oh, so you kind of the catch in this situation or whatever. The only reason I can't agree with what you're saying is because Jonathan's response to that was he said yeah, But I always say
Mhm.
men are the catch. So he meant what he said. He meant what he said. It wasn't a joke.
Even if he did, so what? That's his opinion.
I agreed, but again, like to Nicole's
I just
point,
don't think it's something that, like, again,
If that's his opinion, that's his opinion.
That's
Because
his
it's going to be
opinion.
women that think they are the catch. It's going to be men that think women are the catch.
This is a professional football player, man. I mean, listen, we know the exploits of professional football players.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, these dudes deal with a lot of women, and they are the high income earning dudes that are out there, you know, getting a lot of attention, you know? Yeah, man. Yes, absolutely.
I think,
Absolutely.
like
But
I
I just
said,
think, like, you know, it's like would people feel that way if, like, Tom Brady said that, or, you know, Idris Elba said that? Like,
I think people would definitely say that in Tom Brady's
if
case.
Tom Brady said, "I think I am the catch,"
He was married to Giselle Bundchen, so
and I don't think people would
there
look
will
at
be
him sideways.
there will
if
be
he said
pushback.
that. I
There
don't
will
think
be
it is.
pushback.
I
Like,
don't
oh,
think
you were the
so.
catch, word, bro.
You think if
Word.
Idris Elba said, or Denzel Washington said that, you think people gonna push back?
First off, Denzel Washington would never say that.
I didn't say he would.
He would not.
If.
I said if.
Yeah, well,
This is a hypothetical.
I look, okay.
If Jamie Foxx said, "I am the catch," I am the catch. You think people going?
I don't think there's anything wrong with him saying that.
I don't think there's nothing wrong.
That I don't think there's anything wrong with a man feeling like they are a catch. I don't think there's anything wrong with a woman feeling like they are a catch. I think this entire situation got overblown. I think this entire situation got overblown based on I think it just got taken the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? But the rest of the overblownness might just be steeped in tradition. Like how people do gender roles.
And the only part of that only came up because he was saying, yeah, she
pursued me.
Reached out first.
Yeah.
You know, she messaged me first. She was liking my pictures and blah, 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 blah. And then
so he was the catch. She caught him.
So, that's why Ryan said it. Whether he is or not, that's up to them. If she feels he's a catch, so be it. If he actually feels he's the catch, that's between them and
I don't
probably do feel like he got
that's between them and they married.
Right. I just don't get it, man. Like, if they happy, leave them be. Like, why are y'all getting mad?
Well, that goes back to what I've said 50 million times. People do too much on the internet. Oh, that is a unadulterated fact. You know what I mean? Like I think I started typing a post earlier No, I did type it. But it wasn't about this because this hadn't happened yet. I typed it about Jonathan Majors. Who else?
Bro, I got unfriended over
this. Jonathan Majors, Meg Thee Stallion. Who else just had something happen recently before this? Where Bishop Jakes. Oh yeah, we definitely got to. I got to get into this at least quickly. Okay, I got to get into this at least quickly. Dang, I'm so glad. I am so glad that I remember that just now. Okay, so the Bishop Jakes situation, and I said this on my page, and I want to reiterate it for the show. People do too much on the internet. They don't need proof. They don't need verification. They don't need sources. They don't need news. They don't need any of that. They just need the rumor. I mean, I'm talking about legit. So when the Bishop Jakes thing first happened, the only reason I even knew about it. Wait, let me make sure I read Nicole say in these days, man.
In these days, that men quote the Bible about women being in submission. In the Bible, it says, when a man finds a woman, he finds a good thing. In their case, he is the catch. She went after him. I mean, he could still believe that he found a good thing too, though.
People know. I'm gonna come back to that in a second because I don't want to forget.
Morgan want to cook. I'm gonna let him.
I don't want to forget where I was at. So in the Bishop Jakes situation, I did not know what happened. I just saw my timeline going crazy about it. Like people making jokes and stuff like that, and I knew it was on some different stuff because
I'm here for the jokes. By the way,
I knew it was on some different stuff because people was talking about him being a power bottom, and I was like, "What in the hell?" See, Nicole just said it. I was like, "What? Wait a minute! What?" What? How is he? How is he in the? Is I had no idea what was going
I
on.
still don't know what that is, but okay.
I don't want to tell you. I'm not from the
I
community.
don't want to either.
What I will say is, again, I'll stay on track to. I had no idea what was going on until I saw the jokes all down my timeline, and then I was like, "Man, what happened?" So I went on Google, and all I typed in was TD Jakes. All I typed in was TD Jakes, right? That's all I typed in. And because I was like, for a story this big, if everybody's talking about it like this, there's gotta be like it's gotta be the news somewhere. There was nothing. I mean, I was expecting at least TMZ to come up. Nothing. There was nothing anywhere about TD Jakes in anything. There was nothing about him having a court case. There was nothing about there being video. There was nothing about none of that. So in my post, when I finally asked, hey, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? I had people hit the post, and then I had people hit my inbox. You know what I'm saying? I had a friend send me the TikToks that were discussing this situation. Now, mind you, on this TikTok, it's just some guy talking. The said guy isn't even in the video. It's somebody else in the video that's talking that's like, you know, they're playing like clips or whatever while this guy's talking about what allegedly happened. And I was just watching all this like, this can't be serious. I was like, yo, this can't, because people were going in, bro. I'm talking about like going hard in the paint. And I'm like, and the jokes, that's one thing, but people like talking trash about his ministry and yep, this another one, and all these things that people were throwing out there. I was like, bruh, what's going on that people literally don't need any evidence to start bumping their gums and tearing people down? And I will say this again, I've said it in the past. I said it about Jonathan Majors, I said it about Meg Thee Stallion, and I really, really hate because I continue to see it in our community. Until you see something, until you know facts, why in the world are you tearing down somebody else from your own community when you know we all go through the same thing? Why can't you just wait until we know what's going on before you start bumping your gums and going off? You know what I'm saying? And the worst part is, if all of this stuff comes out to be absolutely false, the same people making the jokes, the same people spreading the stuff, the same people telling everybody and judging folks and all that type of stuff are not about to go back on their timeline and admit they were wrong. They're not getting ready to go back on their timeline and say blah, blah, blah. They're going to double and triple down saying that they justified based on what they were saying. And then they're going to base it on stuff that happened that ain't got nothing to do with him. It's going to be somebody else. But they are not going to apologize for what they did. And a step past that, what I've said 50 million times also is if Bishop Jakes, if his ministerial team, Megan and John.
We'll get there.
I'm gonna get to that in a second. If in this situation Bishop Jakes gets his lawyers together and his social media team, and they go down and just start pulling random people that are slandering him and putting his name out there like that, and he just starts suing them. I'm talking about, if I was him, I'd get a bowl and find their social media handle and write them joints down, crumple it up in paper, throw them in the bowl, and tell somebody to spin around in a circle. I spin around in a circle. I'm gonna reach my hand and pull that joint out, sue them, and we're just going. I'm gonna go down the line, bro. I'm going. It's not enough. I'm talking about Meg. No, I ain't talking about Meg.
No, we're not talking about Meg. We went through that already.
Yeah, we talked about that in the past. But
you know, there's a delay.
If Bishop Jakes ends up being innocent, I would sue scores of people, and then people are going to judge them and say that's not Christian. They're going to tell them that's not a Christian thing to do. A real pastor wouldn't do that. Blah 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 blah. Now let me make sure I also say up front and put that out, put the cart in front of the horse. If it is true, he earns what he gets without question, especially because the level of narcissism and privilege that it would take to be guilty of these allegations would be gigantic. I'm talking about Trump level. You know what I'm saying? It would be insane if this ends up being true. My issue with it is just the fact that continually Black people continue to see Black people get into something and then start not just judging the people that got into it, but judging people that don't agree with their position about something that they don't know anything about. Right. They don't know nothing. Ain't no court case, ain't no evidence, ain't no tape, ain't no audio, ain't no nothing. But they bumping their guns. I mean, when Megan Tory thing was going on, I saw people go into World War VII over that online. I'm talking about that crap was terrible.
Oh yeah,
friendships ending, families divided. You know what I'm saying? Like all over something that again nobody knew nothing. Nobody knew. The trial was a year off. You know what I'm saying? People was going in about it. And again, once all the information came out, people were still 10 toes wherever they had been. Most were not apologizing. They just stayed where they were. I, as a black man.
Wait, can I ask a question?
Sure.
If it is true,
I hope
are the jokes justified?
Oh, if it's true.
Listen, man. I didn't
fly.
Listen, I have not made no jokes about this on social media. I haven't. I'm waiting to see.
Smart.
Because, like you said, I think I saw the same video you saw, where the guy's just talking about it, like he's just talking in the background and they're showing clips and stuff.
Yeah. And
I think it's hilarious.
Sounds dumb.
I thought it was funny. Like, if I'm gonna be honest, I just thought it was funny. But you're right. Folks is jumping to conclusions. There ain't no court case yet, no charges or nothing. And I do think folks need to chill. Jokes is gonna happen though.
Right.
Like
black folks gonna get jokes off now.
Black folks, it don't matter.
Internet going internet.
Internet go internet. I do think
some of that's okay.
People don't know the difference between making the joke and believing the joke. Like that's what I'm saying. Some of that is okay, right? Like the Jonathan Majors joke. Like I got jokes for days from Jonathan Majors.
I made the joke on the Jonathan Majors. Jonathan Majors legitimately, when that video came out, he legit looked like Donald Glover in the "This Is America" video. I lied to you not. When he put old girl in the boat. No, stop. And then she gets out. My boy snatched his hand. Don't get your hands off me.
Yo, that man ran past every camera he could find. He was like, let me make sure I'm seen. There's one.
Old girl was about to get hit by a whole truck in traffic chasing this. That's what I've never seen before. I have never seen
a black man running from a white man like that.
I've seen some toxic stuff, bro, in relationships, but I ain't never seen. I'm talking about my guy put her in the truck twice, got out. She got back out. Takes his arm away, he ran 3 or 4 blocks, and she chased him for 3 or 4 blocks. I said, what is going on? That was mind blowing to me. I was like, yo, that's crazy. And then he
still got guilty.
Now, the guilty that he got.
I know what he's guilty of. I understand.
The guilty that he got was not. It was. They found him guilty of. They essentially. They essentially said you didn't mean to do it. We don't believe you meant to do it.
Wasn't intentional. It was the reckless part.
Yeah, we don't believe
even that don't make no sense to me because it feels like, and I was talking about this.
You ain't go by feeling. You gotta go by facts.
Dang, Nicole.
There are but let me tell you what it feels.
I don't want to know what the costume
even the facts, like with all the facts in front of us, if the charges were for that night. Right? If the charges are for that
we're talking about Jonathan.
Yes.
Okay.
If the charges are for that night, and all the information that we've gotten is that this woman is crazy, essentially. Like we have footage of him trying to get her in a car to get away from him. We got footage of him literally running from her. She admitted to basically hurting herself and then ending up in his closet. This man made every attempt to get away from her in just this incident. I'm only talking about this incident, y'all. I'm not talking about everything that happened the other days and everything. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about this incident. It's crazy to me that it feels like he's getting found guilty because of stuff he did previously.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
didn't.
but
He
that's
didn't
part
have
of
to.
it.
He didn't have to put her in the car. He didn't have to attempt to forcibly put her in the car.
Yeah.
Him attempting to forcibly put her in the car, and she getting.
But she was drunk though, right?
She getting an
Yeah, but-
injury in that result is the
See,
assault charge.
that's silly to me. Like that's like
It's bull crap.
But that's crazy to me
I
because
agree.
it's like
I agree.
we don't
It's
want
bull
people.
crap, but I understand.
We say, look, we don't want people to drive drunk. We say, like, if you're a friend, if me, that's like if me and you are friends, if me and Morgan, me and you are together, and me, all three of us go drinking. If all three of us get drinking, and then one of us is drunk, and we try to put you in the car, and you hurt yourself trying to get in the car. Wait a minute, I'm trying to prevent you from driving drunk and helping you get home safe.
Right.
The part
and then like it's like, okay, so she hurt herself getting in the car, and he's like, I'm out.
The part
the image is so funny.
The part that got him is what Toby and Jay just said. Like, there were mistakes made by his defense attorney.
He should have testified.
The text being brought in, the worst evidence that I saw. Here go Danny.
You're on the show, Danny.
I ain't even on the show, but anyway,
on the show, man.
The worst evidence that I saw for the whole trial was the test.
Yeah, but that's my point, though.
Between them. But I will say this: I agree with you 100% about that night, that incident, right? But that's court. Yeah. We all know that they're gonna bring into account the state of mind, who this person is. All of that matters. It does matter. You know what I'm saying?
I agree, but
now,
it's crazy to me.
What
like,
he got found guilty of
what
he got found guilty of matches though. It matches. What he got found guilty of. I won't say it's fair, but if I was a juror, I can't say that I might not have had to do the same thing. Because they are saying we don't think you intentionally did it,
right?
But it did
still happen.
But again, that's my point. Like, that shouldn't be a crime. That's like if I'm trying to put you in a car to prevent you from hurting yourself.
The harassment wasn't a crime. They found him guilty of harassment too.
But that's not. But was that the original? Was those the original charges though?
No,
it was 4 different counts.
It was 4 counts.
That's what I'm asking. What were the counts?
The 2 he got found guilty of was for harassment and for involuntary, reckless
something,
reckless assault.
Yeah, something like that.
That's just crazy to me, man. Like Angel said, "What's up, Angel?" She dropped in. You know, she's gonna be on my show at some point.
That's what's up.
It's like if he basically called the cops to basically cover his own behind, and he ends up like, that's insane to me. That is insane to me.
But as black men, don't act like we don't. You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
Okay.
I spent. You know, for those that don't know me, hey, how y'all doing? Peace and blessings, beloved, grand rising. But I have.
Don't do that. Bro, you ain't had to do that, man. Oh my God.
Oh, man. Go ahead, man.
But no, and where I'm coming from is just because I have this place of understanding, because I have, 25 years of, law enforcement experience. So knowing about the different charges and how the different statutes take place and what the different counts are, you know what I'm saying? No different from the whole Tory thing. That's why they couldn't charge him for shooting her, but they did charge him for assault, because waving a gun in California is considered assault. The mere fact of him waving the gun is assault. That's what they got him on.
But that makes sense to me. That makes more sense to me than what happened there.
So him forcibly, he's forcibly trying to put her in the car.
No,
he's getting an injury from that.
That's
assault.
Where he would not have
been found guilty. It goes against.
He would not have been charged if he did not try to put her in the car. And
if he had got out of the car and did what he did at the end, where she's trying to grab his hand, he slaps her hand away and run. If he had now he shouldn't need to do all that. If
he slapped his hand away, that's self-defense.
Yeah, exactly. Because you're still holding me, and I want you to leave me alone. But it's different for me to turn around and put you back in the truck.
I get it, but that's what I'm saying. It goes against what like the way I was raised is you make sure that the woman is okay.
We got you. No,
I'm just saying. I agree with what you're saying. It's crazy to me. Yeah.
Or
that sucks.
Or innocent,
right?
But
it just sucks, man. That just sucks
because of the law. That's where it is. And all I'm just saying is, I understand it. I don't agree with it, but I try to get people to understand this is what it is.
No, I got you. But it feels unfair for number one, it does feel unfair for Marvel to drop him, and it feels unfair. And the only reason that feels unfair is because there is a long list of actors in comic book movies that have gotten literally a movie was released for a dude who was kidnapping people. All right. Like he was literally kidnapping
Marvel, two different ones.
We talked about this last week.
There's a Marvel
two gentlemen in Marvel movies. Two gentlemen in Marvel movies that have had law enforcement problems.
Well, I know Hawkeye.
I didn't say
it. Hey, I didn't say it.
I'm a permanent guest host.
The opinions of Justin. Justin alone.
I did not say
one word.
I didn't say it.
I want my lawyers to understand.
This is the voice of Morgan Iverson.
It's the truth, though.
This is the voice of Morgan Iverson.
He did not say.
Morgan Iverson didn't say that.
I just said that
Justin Thornton said that. And it's fact.
So
I mean,
my point being,
it's public record. It's no speculation. It's no rumor. That's fact.
I will not deny or dispute or.
Okay.
Oh my bad. I messed up your Marvel deal. My bad.
Okay.
Hey, listen, I didn't say a word.
I messed up your
Morgan. Did you say something, Morgan? I didn't hear you. Did you say?
You
something?
were giving information. I was just allowing you to give said information.
Okay.
Gotcha.
I appreciate
my point being, I understand why people. I understand the optics of why they kind of let him go, but it feels racist as hell.
Oh yeah.
Well, it is.
It feels racist. Didn't say it was. We need to demand to keep. We ain't gonna win that fight.
I will. I think. But going back
to my it's too late. It's too late.
Going back. Oh, here goes Danny.
Listen.
All right.
Again.
I will say.
Hands
I
up.
will go back. Going back to my original.
Put the name on that bullet. Go ahead, Danny. Let them know.
Going back to my original point. My problem is when the Jonathan Majors thing even broke again before the trial. People was talking about him being guilty based on tweets of people saying how he was mean and all of this other stuff, and like he was all this
being an asshole and being abusive is two different things,
right? And I'm not.
I think Disney did what their due diligence. I will say that I agree with Jacoby on that. Like they held out to see.
Yeah, they did. They held out to see.
They held out. You know what I'm saying? So I give them all the credit in the world on that because they didn't have to do that. They could have just cut it off immediately.
Nah, they just pulled the NFL. That's what they did.
Mm-hmm.
The NFL does that. NFL does that all the time, especially players and teams.
No,
a lot of teams. There are a lot of teams.
You about to be dropping names all night. I see.
Who? No, what I'm saying is like the NFL.
Sir Pittsburgh.
What? Well,
man, you got plenty of NFL players that have done some crazy.
There are plenty of NFL players that have done
a lot of them that they got away with it. Because I could say another name. Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That
did he get away with it though?
Heck no, he ain't get away with it.
Absolutely not. He got.
Oh, you talking about the up? Nope.
Oh, you talking about big? You talking about big Baltimore?
I did.
But that went to court.
Yeah,
but that's what they waited.
He was found not guilty.
In court law, he was
found not guilty, sir.
But they waited though. Now the only now I'll say. Now I can say this name because he's no longer with us, but like Hernandez, they dropped that as soon as he was in cuffs. They dropped that. They dropped seconds.
But you said the key.
I think the difference there though is murder. Murder though, murder was different. Even Lil Baltimore, they waited a little bit. He didn't get dropped immediately.
Nah,
good,
but let's
Virgil?
go quick.
Happy New Year, sir.
Manchester in the house. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, wow, we
No.
international.
We international tonight.
Let's go.
Hey, Jess, you about to just take that seat, bro.
Hey, man. Hey, listen, man.
Got
Danny wasn't pulling his weight, man. You know.
Hey, they called in the pinch hitter. You know what I'm saying? They called in cleanup. I'm out here. I told you.
I want to
Joe
make sure that I
Flacco up
circle
this
back.
mother,
I want to
man.
make sure that I circle back.
Y'all need a new pair of glasses. I'm here.
Y'all let me go get my glasses. I'm
Hey,
about to
listen.
get my glasses. I got glasses.
Another
too.
black dude with glasses, man.
I got
Another
glasses,
bald
too.
black dude with glasses.
I got
you
glasses.
slide right in, man. You just.
I got glasses. I can put mine on.
But you're right though
yeah.
about
Well, if you do that, I got an idea. I'll talk to you.
Okay.
You right about TD Jakes though. You're right. Like folks,
It's even less evidence in the Jake's part.
they're
So what is a power bottom? What is that?
I don't care.
I know what the top of the bottom is, but what is a power bottom?
I don't feel like I should.
I don't have.
Let me start by saying I don't exactly know.
I have no experience.
I just have an idea based on conversations that I've seen.
Okay, say it, sure.
But I don't want to misspeak. So
what do you think it is? This is what.
Well, they said that. Okay.
What
the video said? Let me make sure I frame this. The guy in the video. I did not say this.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious.
Nobody in this show said this. The video said that there was evidence of basically like sexual assault.
Yes.
So it wasn't just the whole power bottom thing.
It's supposed to be a USB drive.
Right, I got you. He was involved in some stuff, but like I said, I don't. When they say he's a power bottom, I don't understand. I don't know what that is.
I don't know.
Y'all that uncomfortable about talking?
What I believe?
I don't know what it means.
What I believe that it means. What I believe that it means is that he is the taker.
Right, I get that. He's the catcher, not the pitcher.
Yeah, but
how can you be a power catcher? What is?
You asking two straight dudes about something?
Yeah,
I'm just asking.
You know what I'm saying? I can't speak on
it. Not of that. I don't know.
Haven't had this experience.
I thought maybe it meant it was angry.
You know what I'm saying?
Put tight what it means, please. I want to know. I'm really curious. I don't.
Oh God,
didn't bother to look it up.
Here we go.
While that's being done, I want to before we move
education purposes only. Just
before we move to the next part, I want to make sure that I'm clear.
Just over there, like
black folks,
right?
CJ said it.
He be backing that thing up.
But isn't that what a bottom does? Or he really do?
I mean, it. You know what I'm saying? I can't speak on it, but so you know what I'm saying? Like I can't confirm it for you. I don't know.
Hey Jay, man, I needed that laugh.
What Jay just said is how I.
That's
what logically makes sense to me.
Means the taker is pushing back, not just laying there.
That's the only thing that makes sense to me.
So
you know what I'm saying?
So we're back into it type thing. Okay,
we all learned something new today. All right,
and my beeswax. You know what I'm saying?
Even
look again.
Okay.
These are new terms for all of us. He's
Yo. Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay.
Thanks for that, wifey.
Oh my God.
Thanks for that.
All right.
All right, Virgil. I mean, hey, listen, do what you got to do in life.
I don't think that's how that works. I don't think that's how it works, Virgil.
Hey, join the Alphabet Clan. I mean, you're already a part of the Alphabet Clan, but join.
Yeah, but I don't think
there's anything wrong with that.
I don't think. Yeah, well,
teach their own, man.
Not my business.
Teach their own.
Not my business at all.
You are supported one way or another in this.
I mean, if he's already considering, that means he's clear.
I mean, I was about to say
you're
like
part of the Alphabet.
And like a quarter of the way there. You know,
there's so many.
Ain't no judgment. Go ahead and do it. Find out.
It's none of my business. I want black people. I want black people.
Virgil.
Black people, stop judging black people with no evidence. Black people in the same space that we all are many of us are striving to
Hey.
be in. Stop tearing down other black people. Cut it out.
Did you judge R. Kelly before you heard the evidence, though?
Did I?
I'm asking.
No.
So when you heard that he was with Aaliyah,
When the evidence, when this latest case, I'm
not talking about now. Now we got mountains.
But before that, I was too young to like really know though.
To care, right?
Oh, man,
you know what I'm saying? Like when it came down to Aaliyah, like when I look back on it, I was like, Aaliyah was what? 15?
I remember. I vividly recall talking about that.
Aaliyah was 15 when they got married, but I didn't.
I vividly.
It's the same with Cosby. It's the same with Cosby. I did not make up my mind about Cosby
until came out later though.
But I didn't
admitted that one. That's the only thing there.
I did not make up my mind about Cosby to stand on it 10 toes until I watched the documentary. When I watched the documentary that Kamal Bell did, and he went through the trial, I was like, this nigga. Like when I read the deposition, I said, this nigga.
Cosby told us.
He told you. I mean,
that's what he told us. He's on camera saying, I put a little something in their drink, like.
He's about in the stand up.
All those clips came up later on.
I was.
All right, let me put it to you this way.
You gotta remember. You gotta remember. You're talking to the person that.
Hold on.
Okay, if that's the case, Aaron Hall told us he was raping some chick, and don't be afraid.
I don't remember that song.
I don't know that song.
Listen, Kel's told all of us in all them songs.
He did tell us. Yeah, but
when he was telling us, when you're a certain age, you ain't caring, like you ain't, or you ain't looking at
like network. They had to humble him. He's always drugged a woman.
He admits to that. The deposition is what got me on Cosby. But you got to remember, when OJ happened, yes, I was alive, but I was not old enough to like pay attention to the evidence, stuff like that. So I didn't even make up my mind about OJ until I watched the documentary. When I watched the documentary, that's when I was like, okay, cool. Because
they was everybody the TV in our classroom, man.
Yeah, everybody was talking about how good the show was. Everybody was talking about how good the show was.
I thought that was stupid back then.
But I didn't make up my mind about whether OJ did it or not until I watched the documentary to make up my mind.
Y'all had to join for top 5 most watched television shows. The OJ trial should be number 1.
Yeah, but that's like easy.
Automatically, nothing.
Yeah, those aren't like opinion based. Like you could look at numbers.
That was the most watched.
It's still opinion based somewhere.
Dude, man, I never forget they put a TV in there. Like we're gonna watch the OJ trial. I was like, instead of class.
We all about to learn today. We know why they put the TV in there.
They was cheering. Hey, y'all gonna watch this. Wrong as hell.
You gonna watch this nigga get.
He was wrong. Everybody, big wrong.
You gonna watch
every day.
Sir, big wrong.
Every day.
All right, y'all ready to do these lists? And then I want to circle back to the Cam thing, man. I really want to circle back to that, man.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
I'll try to be tame on that. All right, so the list. We're doing the top 5 holidays.
And holidays.
Best.
My list. Let me make it clear. We're pretty much essentially just talking about American holidays because if we were like in a different.
I did have one, but I was like, all right, I'm gonna take that off.
You see what I'm saying? If we were in different parts of the world, it wouldn't be the same. You know what I'm saying? So,
all right.
I felt like that was important only because unless we were doing a list including all of those, but then it still would somewhat end up being an American list for the most part, unless you are from that culture.
Right.
So I want to give that caveat. I'll go first.
Let's do it.
My list is going to be I know controversial because
oh boy.
I don't know if everybody knows how that's something I'm 10 toes.
Oregon had Boxing Day, for real.
No, I don't have Boxing Day. I don't have Boxing Day, but I am gonna rant when I get to my number 1 for briefly. All right. So top 5 holidays, American holidays, pretty much. Number 5, Halloween. It could be higher, but we're doing a best list, so it's a mix of greatest and my favorite. So Halloween is my number 5. To me, it's got to be on your list unless you're lying to yourself. It's got to be in there somewhere. So that's my number 5. Number 4, Thanksgiving.
4.
Yeah, I'm gonna explain why once I get through the list. Why I had to put them where I did, because Thanksgiving is actually my favorite, but I have my reasons for why it's at number 4, and I'll get into that once I finish the list. Number 3, Christmas. I'll get into it once I finish the list. Number 2, New Year's Eve or day together. New Year's, just New Year's period.
Okay.
Number 1, Passover for me personally. I'm not saying Easter. I've said it before on my page. God knows I've said it before on my page. Why I have a war against Easter. It's similar to the thing with Christmas. The good parts of Christmas, I love that other people love it and enjoy it. But there are bad parts of Christmas, just the same as it is with Easter, that I despise, that always rub, you know what I'm saying, for me. And it literally, now, if I am in a relationship with somebody that Christmas means a lot to, or things like that, like that's a conversation, and I will go along with my mate to make things happy. But I have my reasons for why I feel the way that I do about Christmas, and God knows I have my reasons for the way I feel about Easter. God knows. But that's my list. I'm gonna type it in. If y'all have questions, ask. But I'm gonna get back into it once y'all's list.
All right, go ahead, Jess.
Okay. My number 5, and I was struggling between 2 holidays, and I'll explain. But my number 5 is St. Patrick's Day. You have so many people looking forward to that day to get drunk. They're green. I don't want to say they appropriate the culture, but everyone wants to be Irish and just use that as a day to get shit fixed. I was thinking of Cinco de Mayo and just thinking about everyone appropriating the culture and wanting to drink tequila that day and eat tacos and all that. And that's not even a real holiday.
Tacos are delicious, Jess.
Yes, they are. Okay. They are. My number 4, Halloween. Halloween is lower with number 5 with St. Patty's Day, only because those 2 days you have to go to work. It's not an actual day off.
Absolutely on page.
You have kids dressing up. You have adults dressing up. It's a reason for some women to get skimpy and whatever, dress how they want. You being outside or you going to parties is just whatever. Number 3, 4th of July, national holiday. Everyone's barbecuing. Everyone's doing fireworks. They got parades. It's a big ass thing. Number 2, Thanksgiving. Y'all work. It is the day before is the worst day to ever drive historically.
Yeah.
You do not want to be on the road the day before Thanksgiving.
Absolutely.
That is the most traveled holiday. That is the holiday with, the biggest meals.
I got PTSD from it.
Families are coming in from all over, blah, 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 blah. Number 2 is Thanksgiving. It also coincides with, at the end of the dinner, most people are going to the movies or they're getting ready to go shopping for the number 1 holiday, Christmas. No one spends as much money in any holiday than they do for Christmas. Point blank period.
All right.
Honorable mention, Mother's Day. I was trying to, think about it.
Okay. You
got commercials all over the place. Brunches and dinners and breakfasts all day long. You cannot get a reservation for anywhere. You go anywhere. That's the day you're going to take your mama to church. All of that.
Hey, my wife hates going out on Mother's Day. We be eating in every year. All I do is drive around to different restaurants.
So St. Patty's Day, Halloween, 4th of July, Thanksgiving, Christmas.
Okay.
My honorable mention would have been Juneteenth, but you know,
once
we circle back, I'll get it.
I got you, bro.
All right, here we go. So my list and Just list, not that far off.
Okay.
A couple differences. Number 5, Halloween.
Okay.
I love horror movies, and literally Halloween for the month of October is horror movies all month. But the actual day, I do enjoy seeing the creativity involved. It's like everybody decided to cosplay on one day. So, you know, I like that. It's one of my favorite, you know, giving out candy. Sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't. But I like getting the candy. Just made some good points about certain things I can't say out loud. Trying to get in trouble.
Smart.
But Halloween, love Halloween. Hey, listen, man. Number 4, St. Patrick's Day.
Okay.
I went to school at SCAD, which is in Savannah. If you've ever been to Savannah,
they got a Savannah in Vermont. I didn't know that. That's what's up. Geography. I did not know that.
I did not know that either.
I was about to call you the N-word real quick.
I didn't know that either, Jess, to be honest with you. I ain't from
I went to school in Savannah, Georgia.
That's impressive.
You seem to y'all apparently y'all failed geography. So
we were asking a question.
In Savannah, there's a street. I think it's called Spring Street. I can't remember. It's been so long since I've been there. But like on St. Patrick's Day, it's like Mardi Gras. White Caucasoids getting drunk, throwing beads, you know, women going crazy. I was like, I love St. Patrick's Day. And ever since, like, I have great memories from that. I like watching people be drunk. Like, that's hilarious to me. So the times that I have been out on St. Patrick's Day, which hasn't been a while, I like watching. I just like to watch. I like to be sober and watching them drunk. Number 3, 4th of July, man. Cookouts, you know, fireworks, getting some good food. You get the day off. Sometimes you get 2 days off because if it falls on a Tuesday, you get a Monday and the Tuesday off.
Right.
You know, 4th of July. Come on now. You get together with family and friends. You barbecue, have pool parties. It's in the middle of summer, so it's like in that nice spot. Exactly. Plus, you get like 3-4 days off. So 4th of July, love it. Number 2. I'm gonna be honest. Number 2 and number 1, I love the entire period of time between the day before number 2 and even beyond number 1. Number 2, Thanksgiving. I love Thanksgiving. Love Thanksgiving food. The fact that I can sit, eat food, watch football with my family. I always say my favorite time of the year is Wednesday night. Because I know I ain't got to get up for work the next day, and I ain't got to get up for work the day after that, and then the day after that, and then the day after that. Like, that's great.
You want to take off on Friday?
Yep. So Thanksgiving is number 2, and then honestly, number 1. I don't know how you don't have Christmas, man. Like Christmas brings. I mean, yeah, there's bad parts, there's commercialism and everything, but I feel like people are generally nicer around Christmas. Like during any other point in the year, people are nicer. What is Virgil talking about?
I don't know. I'm concerned.
Is this do we need to be worried? Okay. All right. Anywho,
I'm hoping he means like a fish or something.
I don't know, but anyway, but yeah, Christmas is Morgan hates Christmas. Yes. Morgan is a Grinch, yo.
Oh, I don't like Christmas.
I did just buy.
You don't like Christmas?
I bought a newly minted.
Why you don't like Christmas, man?
I don't know. I'm just not a Christmas person.
But I
can explain to you why I don't.
I can't knock the fact that I think it's probably the most celebrated holiday. I'm just not a fan of it.
The thing is, like, I
don't like Christmas decorations, none of that.
I don't like putting that stuff up myself. Like, I don't put up a ton of Christmas decorations, but I do like having the tree up. I like, you know, seeing family and friends that I haven't seen in a long time. I feel like people, like I said, I feel like people are generally nicer for the most part.
Yeah, I like all that, but I just don't like.
I like giving gifts. I like giving gifts. I don't really care about getting them personally.
I do that throughout the year, so that's why I'm like, why I gotta do it today?
No, I feel you. But it's like you do it, but it's like everybody does. Justin hates Christmas. Why don't you like Christmas, Morgan, man? Tell me why you don't like Christmas.
It's
where did Christmas hurt you? What did your parents
wifey said it earlier. It's the fakeness of it.
The what?
The fakeness, man. It's the
fakeness.
Yes, bro. The holiday season making you be nice and all of this nonsense that you should just be as a person, as a human being.
Right.
If you need a season to be nice, then you're a jerk neck. Something's wrong with you. You know what I'm saying? That's number one. Number two. Hey, so number two. The second reason. I don't like it still centers around, I don't want to say fakeness.
But I think a lot of that has to do with people coming back together.
I mean, it's no different than Valentine's Day for me.
I like I used to really like Valentine's Day. I personally I don't really like Valentine's Day anymore because
thank you, wifey.
You know, my mother passed away on Valentine's Day.
Oh, damn.
So for the last 5 Valentine's Day, I gotta like summon it, you know, because my wife loves Valentine's Day, and we have our traditions and stuff. But
yeah, and that's what I was gonna say about Christmas. Like if I'm in a relationship and the person that I'm with is really into Christmas, then it's not like I can't be. I do enjoy, like, because I love people. You know what I'm saying? I enjoy the gift giving, you know what I'm saying, when it's from a genuine place, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. But that's the other thing that annoys me about Christmas is people breaking themselves to make sure that God knows for kids, you know what I'm saying, breaking yourself and all the financial ruin that you put yourself in to accommodate the holiday for the reason that Nicole said, you know what I'm saying, because it's been commercialized, which is why I have Passover as number one for me, because Easter is a disgusting farce. It's a disgusting. It's the most disrespectful holiday. It's the most disrespectful name given to a holiday that could possibly exist. It rubs me raw.
Jeez.
The Easter and Passover thing. It's disgusting.
But you gave it number one though.
I gave Passover number one, not Easter.
Easter number one.
Passover and Easter are not the same thing.
No,
Easter,
I know.
Easter has bastardized what Passover should be, and it's terrible. You made it into a bunny.
I don't know what Virgil's up to, man.
You made it into a bunny. You made it into the fertility goddess. All of this stuff that takes away from a legitimate, especially for people that are believers, it's a legitimate holiday in the Bible that is biblically recognized both by Jews and by Christians. And you take that holiday, the real one, and then you bastardize it with all this nonsense, and then teach the kids to do the same thing.
But if you're a Christian, you don't really, for the most part, most Christians I know don't look at Easter like that. They look at Passover for what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm Seventh-day Adventist. What I'm saying is I'm a Seventh-day Adventist. We never really celebrate like Easter, like in bunny and eggs. That's like across the board. Like I don't know many that do.
Good.
But my wife, you know, she was Catholic when, you know, before we met, and she does she likes the Easter egg hunt and all that other stuff. I look at them as two separate things, so it doesn't really bother me.
I look at it
just like Christmas. Like you have Christmas and Santa and all that other stuff. You have Christmas as the birth of Christ. To me, they're two different things.
But Christmas doesn't bother me as much, only because it's
what's up, Nicole? Where you at? What church you go to?
Christmas doesn't bother me as much because it's a made-up holiday. Like it's not. There's nothing.
All these holidays made up.
Christmas is made up too.
All these holidays.
No, but okay. This is what I mean.
Valentine's Day is made up. This
is what I mean, right? Christmas, us connecting Christmas to the Bible doesn't work because Christmas isn't in the Bible. Passover is in the Bible. It is a tradition that was given to the Jewish people to commemorate that the traditional Passover in Judaism. And it carries over into Christianity. It is a direct, for people that are believers, that is a direct holiday direct from God.
No, I got you. I got you.
Christmas
but the
is not
majority,
that.
but the majority of holidays are made up. The
Not
majority
the
of them.
majority, all holidays are made up. But once again, if it's a day that you traditionally do something, no different than your anniversary or your birthday, but now it's widely celebrated by a people or a culture. That's why it's a holiday. They're all
Yeah.
made up days.
Well, again, like I said, what I mean. So when I say it's made up, I mean in perspective of
Like Martin Luther King's
Bible.
birthday is a holiday. That's just his birthday.
I know, but I'm saying it. I'm
You know what
saying
I'm
it. I'm saying it in perspective of the Bible. Those
Mhm.
two holidays are supposed to be Christian based
Okay.
at this point. So that's what I mean by it's made up.
Well, but
Passover,
I think
Passover is a
Christmas
legitimate.
has more been like just appropriated in the sense that like it's almost like we don't know when his birthday is, so
We
we're
don't.
gonna just use this
Exactly.
time. Like,
Yeah.
you know, people talk about it's supposed to be in August or something like that,
Mhm.
but
Yeah.
we're gonna pick this time, and this is what is big. This is what we're gonna focus on. Like, we're gonna, you know, this is the day. So it's made up in the
That's
sense
my
that
point.
we're all, but
Again, that's not.
but
That's
again,
not.
but
It's
that's
not
what
a
he's
major
saying.
issue
Like,
to me. It's
I
not a
don't-
major issue to me, but I'm
you
just
said
saying that's the
Passover and
difference
Easter
between
was
that
a
and
major
Passover.
issue, though. You said it's a
No,
major
no,
issue.
Passover is a major issue to me. Christmas, I understand the spirit of why people are doing it. I understand why people connect Jesus to it. I understand that, and it's tolerable to be for Christmas. For Passover and Easter, there's nothing tolerable about it whatsoever. For Easter to be mentioned with Passover, like I have no tolerance for it whatsoever. So,
I think we getting.
Block.
I think, yeah, I think,
got it.
yeah, that I don't know what's going on there, but well, guess we ain't international.
I will say. All right, so
Christ
June.
support.
I love. Good point. I love.
I don't look. I think the people who celebrate Easter with the bunny and all that other stuff, they're not really celebrating, you know,
The
like
resurrection.
the resurrection. And even if the people that are celebrating the resurrection and the bunnies, it's like two different things. It's like they don't go to church with the Easter bunny and the eggs. They go to church and they celebrate that, and then they go home and they go do that. I don't look at them. I think I don't look at them as being all tangled up together, though.
That wasn't my experience growing up. In my experience growing up, you used to do the 6 a.m. service so that you could go, so that you could be outside, so that we could do the Easter egg hunt for you to be able to get money when you found it and all types of other stuff. That was just the tradition I came up.
But that's what I'm saying. I think they're two separate things. Just like I say, I look at Christmas and there's two different things. There's we're celebrating the birth of Christ, and then there's ho 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 Santa Santa. Like one doesn't connect with the other. Now there are people that try to connect it, but I don't.
I just don't view it that way.
Right.
So 4th of July is actually one of my favorite holidays too.
I love 4th of July, man.
Without question, because of what we do on it.
Oh yeah,
and because of the birth
holiday too.
Because of the birth of the country. Yeah, but I explained the made up holiday part.
I'm just messing with you guys.
I know. Yeah, because of the birth of the country as well. But again, a place I got to rub. Only because of us knowing our history at this point, I'm like, bruh.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's difficult for me because I'd be like, I'm all on Juneteenth, bruh, 10 toes. You know what I'm saying? July 4th, I'm still the same for the traditions and the things that we can do, but I also know there are people that actively, especially because Juneteenth is the thing now, actively do not want to deal with us and our nonsense concerning Juneteenth and July 4th.
I'll do both only because, having served, I still have
absolutely
a sense of patriotism.
Absolutely.
So, sure.
But
I'm not all like red, white, blue, America. Yeah. I'm like, hey, we barbecuing, we outside.
No, I think that's
my
celebration
of the 4th of July has nothing to do with my country.
Who playing spades?
It's no, but that's my point.
My celebration is celebrating not having to work that day. That's what I'm celebrating.
It's African American tradition for that reason. That's what I'm saying. Like I love July 4th because I'm off work. I get to chill with family and friends. We cooking out. You know what I'm saying? We kicking it. It's summertime. You know what I'm saying? It's all of those things that are
I think we need to do that more for Juneteenth too.
Agreed. the blackening. I'm gonna say it again.
I don't think black people know how to celebrate Juneteenth. I think
They be
we're
wanting to do
still trying to
Coco
figure
We're
it
still
out.
figuring it out.
I think we're still trying to figure it out. Like we don't really know
I'm
what
like,
are we
I don't want
supposed
to
to
keep going
do
for
here.
festivals.
The only reason Juneteenth isn't on my list is because our generation, I
We're
would
not
say,
unified in it.
just now started celebrating it more. So you know what I'm saying?
We ain't quite there yet. Like
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And then like not everybody get the day off, and you know.
Shoot, it's a federal holiday. You better get that.
absolutely, Nicole.
I know some places that don't.
Absolutely, Nicole.
Memorial Day because black servicemen started.
Absolutely.
Hey, yeah.
Absolutely.
Memorial Day. Absolutely.
New Year's is
like
a
New Year's.
personal favorite of mine only because and I've said this before, and I know people are gonna think I'm weird, but it is what it is. To me, the best day of the year to give gifts on is New Year's Eve going into New Year's Day.
What?
I don't know why we don't do that. The entire world is celebrating us going through a year and getting through it and being able to look forward to a new year. What better way to look forward to a new year than not just your resolutions, but to give each other gifts and show that you love each other? You know,
we just did it like 7 days ago.
Right.
Yeah, to me, sense wise, logically, it makes more sense to give gifts during New Year's than it does for Christmas.
Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's all go together.
I want to say this for people that don't know: do not tell a service member thank you for your service on Memorial Day. That's for the people that have passed.
Really?
That's for the service members that have passed.
Veterans Day will be the time to say
Veterans Day is for the people to say thank you for your service.
Yeah.
Okay, I was ignorant to that. Yeah. Not that I did it, but I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's why I just seen that one just come up and just
good to know.
It's like a little,
But yeah, to me, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, it's all the same thing.
The holiday season.
It's the holiday season. That's my favorite time. I'm like, you know how they look like they thought out Mariah Carey when after Thanksgiving. That's me, man. Like when it's the day before Thanksgiving, you thought me right out.
Halloween goes into for me too, though.
Let's go.
Halloween goes into all of it.
Halloween is close.
Okay,
good. Halloween is like, it's on the fringe. There's still too much time between that and Thanksgiving
because it's
Halloween is the start. Yeah, Halloween is the start of the holiday.
October, you're going right into November, Thanksgiving.
Exactly.
I just don't like when people skip over. You know what I'm saying? Like when Halloween is done, they skip to Christmas. I saw that this year a lot.
That's weird.
Hey, you better put some respect on Thanksgiving.
I love Thanksgiving, bro. But see, that's another thing. See, that's what I'm saying. My issues and my rubs all are related to me knowing about the history of this country. So even with Thanksgiving, I love, again, it's like July 4th. I love it for the traditions and the things that we do, but the things that happen to the Native Americans in order for Thanksgiving, that I cannot wipe that from my brain when I'm, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, when that little piece of mac and cheese is on my fork, I ain't thinking about the Indians and the
no, I get it. I'm with you. I'm just explaining to you the rub.
When that fork is in my face, that's like the Men in Black.
No, I get it. I get it. Don't get it twisted, because as long as on Thanksgiving, as long as I have my aunt's smoked turkey or somebody else that can make some.
When that itis hit,
my aunt smoked turkey, some macaroni and cheese, and some collard and mustard greens.
Man, I'm
my grandma's sweet potato.
Be in that corner spot of the couch or on your recliner
when you like this,
bro. I'm telling you,
when your chest is touching your chin.
And being able to watch football all day at the same time, and now you can do prize picks, and oh my god, it's so good. It's so good, bro.
Dude, and like that serene moment when everybody's full, even kids. So kids ain't running around because they can't. They just too full.
It's so good. Like I said,
they all just saying somebody's bedroom watching a movie.
Yeah, somebody.
Yeah, y'all going.
You know, your cousins don't went up in the room and disappear for a little bit.
And don't let y'all break out the drink.
Or took that walk.
Don't let you break out the drink.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Sitting in the car. Don't act like y'all don't know.
Well, Friendsgiving too now. You know what I'm saying? If you get up with your friends on Thanksgiving.
I haven't done that yet.
Boy,
we were talking about doing. My wife was saying that we should do things.
I'm looking forward.
I might do that next year
for Christmas.
But ours is like
for Christmas. One of my so we have a group of us that are have been friends for 20, 30 years at this point. That for Christmas during the holiday season, one of them moved to Georgia. She's coming home. You know what I'm saying? We all going out Friday night, and it's gonna be fantastic.
You ain't even talk about that, man. Because I remember them days. Thanksgiving night when you finish eating. When I was young, that was club night, man.
Right.
Thanksgiving for me now. You know what,
man? Remember that when I was young, I used to like house hop too. Get a plate.
I went to go see the movie Thanksgiving on Thanksgiving.
That's what I'm saying. Go to the movies, or you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. I've never.
Me and my baby girl both went.
Thanksgiving, yeah.
Me and my baby girl both went. We both ended up going.
I have never been.
Yeah, I've gone to movies a few times on Thanksgiving. Yeah.
I've never done that.
Time to go to the movies, bro.
And I've never done Black Friday.
I've never done shopping. I've never done Black Friday.
I'm not doing Black Friday. I'll be there. Not when Amazon is this. You forget about it.
You know, when I tell you what I do like about Monday. I tell you what I do like about Thanksgiving. I used to I've done this a few years. The Friday after Thanksgiving, I do go to the mall. I don't go to shop though. I people watch.
Nope.
I like people watching, man.
I'll people watch from YouTube or TikTok.
I mean, if you ain't in the stores trying to get none, then it's like it's okay. You know what I mean? Like
I have no interest in that.
I used to do that a lot when I was young.
That will be something that I tolerate for
I'm making me miss Thanksgiving. I had a bad Thanksgiving this year too, man.
Oh,
now that so
I had a bad Thanksgiving too because there was no mac and cheese.
So I went to
go ahead, Jamal. You go first.
We went to this it was a hotel.
I should have made some
that had a Thanksgiving spread basically. But it was very Caucasoid.
Okay.
So there was no mac and cheese, no yams, no collard greens.
They don't eat mac and cheese on Thanksgiving?
Dog, there was none. So I mean, I had turkey. I had turkey, string beans, mashed potatoes, cranberry sauce.
There better at least been some rice and gravy.
No.
What?
Wow.
And so it was good food, but your taste buds are accused.
Was
it a work thing?
Huh?
It was a work thing.
No. We didn't. It was me, my wife, and I, and a couple friend of ours. We didn't want to cook. Nobody wanted to cook, and my friend knew about this place. He had gone before. But like I said, the food was good though. Like it wasn't like the what's the word? The tetra what is it? Tetrafan? Is that what it is? I didn't get that like itis, but it was like this was full. This was good. They had good dessert. It was filling. It was absolutely filling. But then that was the night my car died on me. Like literally, damn, Nicole. Like I didn't know, man. I didn't know.
I remember your car got hit,
dude. This has not been a great year. The new car that I did, it died on me. We tried jumping it, but like, yo, nobody knew how to jump like a Ford Explorer. They didn't know because like the Ford Explorer, like the battery is in the trunk,
right?
But like.
But you still have connectors in the front, though.
We didn't know that. Like, I didn't even know that. Like, I have a Dodge Charger. I didn't know that had connections in the front.
Bro.
We Googled it after the fact, though.
Bro.
We Googled it after the fact.
As a grown man.
I didn't know.
I'm judging you a little bit.
You judge me.
Man.
I didn't know connectors was in the front. I'm sorry. I've jumped cars with the battery in the back before.
I ain't saying nothing.
I've jumped it that way. I've jumped my other car that way.
You got an owner's manual?
Hey man, listen, man. We were all full.
All right. Hey.
Jess, I'm gonna let you have that. I'm not saying nothing.
Don't worry about y'all.
I ain't saying
I'm
nothing.
secure myself.
I'm just.
Hey, listen. We don't know everything. We just talked about a man that didn't know who Simone Biles was. It's okay. Sometimes you don't know everything.
And that's a man that don't have to know. It's cool.
If you don't shut up, Jess.
Boy,
this is just last night on Top Line.
Grand opening, grand closing.
Grand opening, grand closing. Hey. Listen, I don't.
That's all right. I got my Thanksgiving food though from Christmas. I'm good. I'm
No
good.
doubt.
I'm good.
No doubt.
I had double of it, man. We had a good Thanksgiving, good Christmas dinner, man. That was delicious. I got some leftovers right now.
No doubt.
Okay. Kill it. Oh man. Damn. But yeah, man. Christmas though, just waking up with your kids and they get, they're happy about all that stuff and hanging with your family. I don't know. I mean, I get not liking the commercialization of it, but like, Christmas movies. All right, what's your favorite?
Christmas
your favorite Christmas
Die
movie?
Hard and
You
Christmas Story.
definitely don't want to ask me that.
Why? What's your
We
favorite?
did that. Y'all did that last year.
No,
Top
we did.
five
What was the best? Like, I'm asking what your favorites are.
My favorite Christmas movie?
Yeah.
Probably Home Alone because I don't like Christmas movies.
Okay.
Christmas
when did
movies.
Santa touch you, man?
Christmas movies
He
are like Christmas movies are like watching Hallmark movies or Lifetime movies, and I just rather.
Man, don't do that.
I just rather kill myself.
That, man.
I would rather.
You don't like this Christmas?
Eh?
You don't like this Christmas?
Listen, man. Any movie that has Christmas in the title is probably getting a no from me, dog.
You didn't like this Christmas
Story with Ralphie? You'll shoot your eye out with official Red Ryder BB gun?
I don't even know what that is. And I don't
What?
know.
With the lamp, the leg lamp?
You've never seen A Christmas Story?
Did y'all hear what I said? If the word Christmas is in the title,
it's still playing right now.
I don't know if I can talk to you about movies no more, man.
If the word Christmas is in the title, bro, it's probably a dub. You know what I'm saying? Unless again, see the exception.
No black people in the movie, but that's a classic movie.
The exception for me is always. I hear everybody likes It's a Wonderful Life. Like it's like a really dope.
I've watched it like once.
Jingle Jangle. Actually, Jingle Jangle is my favorite Christmas movie.
I've still never seen Jingle.
So Jingle Jangle, probably Home Alone.
I like Home Alone.
Home Alone is a classic.
Charlie Brown. Okay. I like This Christmas. That's one of my favorite ones with Idris Elba and Regina King. Chris Brown.
I love Regina King, so
that's one of my. Oh, you gotta go watch that, man. That's good. It's black as hell too. I don't know how you ain't seen that
one. The poll is up in the group, y'all.
What else? I like Home Alone. I love Scrooged. I didn't watch it this year, but I love.
I probably will watch the Grinch. I literally just bought a Grinch hoodie that I'm wearing Friday, actually. But
you know what I like?
I got a tobacco coming.
You ever see Family Man?
Huh?
The Family Man with Nicolas Cage.
No,
that's a good one. Don Cheadle, that's a good one.
Die Hard is supposed to count as a Christmas movie. So
Die Hard is a Christmas movie. Absolutely, I will fight that. I will argue that to the death.
There's some other action movie that somebody just said that's a Christmas movie because it technically
Iron Man 3 is technically a Christmas movie.
See, I can tolerate it as long if it's like a Lifetime movie.
I don't do Lifetime.
I promise you, I would walk into the lake first, literally, willingly.
You know the one with Maya?
I love Maya, bro, but
you don't love Maya.
I would walk in the Falls Lake right now.
You don't love Maya. You gotta stop saying that.
Say what you want.
You just like her a lot.
I'm just telling you where I draw the line.
You just like her a little bit.
If I
he just like her a little bit.
If again,
it's not real.
The only way that I watch those movies is if I'm forced. It's like if I'm in a relationship.
This Christmas is
like what about the preacher's wife? Do you like that?
The Preacher's Wife is a Christmas movie.
That's a Christmas movie.
You've never seen the Preacher's Wife?
Where everybody was rooting for the wife that had sex with the angel.
Time out. This man argued me down about freaking Whitney Houston last week.
He never watched
he ain't seen the Preacher's Wife.
What about Whitney Houston?
She's in it.
I know she is. What that got to do with our conversation?
I'm telling you, man. Every time we talk about movies,
the hypocrisy. I swear.
He'll say something to me like, "This is why I can't talk to him about movies."
I'm stirring the pot, bro. It's what permanent guest host do, bro.
Hey,
I ain't got no speaking up to stirring the pot.
Hey, just over there, like, just over there instigating, like, let me get this in.
I'm throwing in the frag. I'm like that.
Hey, wait, before we get off, we gotta talk about that because they got so for those that don't know, Cam Newton got on his show and he was talking about quarterbacks. He was saying there's game managers and there's game changers.
Mm-hmm.
and he put people like Brock Purdy, Dak Prescott. Who's the other one? It was another dude who was a game manager. It was some. Was it Jared Goff? He put them as game managers. He talked about Aaron Rodgers, Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson is game changers, and people took that and ran with it. And I thought it was interesting, especially considering you're seeing some of the performances by Brock Purdy and Jared Goff and Dak Prescott. They are making Cam look really good. My issue with Cam is he referred to guys like Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, and Drew Brees as elite game managers. And I don't agree with that because those three were game changers. And I feel like his definition of game changers only involved guys that could scramble.
Okay.
That's where I disagree with Cam.
I mean, that is probably his. So yeah, but okay. So if that's the case, then people taking his term of game manager as a slight probably shouldn't.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And that's I agree. I agree. Man, you keep calling her wifey. Is she actually?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry. No.
I'm just asking because
I was going to ask after the show.
I can do it live. I mean,
mind your business.
What you mean, mind your business? You calling a woman wifey live? How is that? How are you telling me to find my business?
I can call her what I want, sir.
I'm just saying. You call another woman wifey. I'm trying to help you out. I'm just trying to help you out, sir.
Continue speaking.
You should be proud.
How long y'all been together?
I am.
How long y'all been together?
Huh?
He just told us to mind our business, but
hey man, listen.
I'm over here happy for the man. It's all right. Listen. Anyway.
I don't think. I mean, if you publicly recognize it, why can't y'all?
It's
in development.
Just
I'm just saying, you call it a wife.
You want to come on? I'll send you the link.
Hey, Nicole, we'll send you the link right now.
You were in the middle.
We'll send you the link right now.
You were in the middle of.
Please, I want to know about y'all relationship. I want to know.
Nicole, let me know, and I will send you the link.
Just put a thumbs up in the comments.
Put the thumbs up. We'll send you it right now.
Hey, she went to sleep. So
no, she's still watching.
That's your point.
That's still watching. All right, let me know. You put the thumbs up. We'll send you the link. Anyway,
sorry.
I think a guy like a Peyton Manning is a game changer. Tom Brady, Drew. To me, those are game changers.
Mm-hmm.
Like to me, a game changer, and this is where I agree with Cam is. It don't matter who out there with that dude. It's gonna get done. And like Brady and Manning and Breeze, they done already proved that. Like it don't matter who's out there, they're gonna throw for 4,000 yards.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like 4,000 yards, 30 touchdowns. Now, I agree with him about Brock Purdy and Dak and Jared Goff to a degree. You know what I'm saying? Like, if everything ain't quite right for those guys, they're going to struggle.
Mm-hmm.
But we seeing, like, I mean, I give a lot of I was one of the dudes that said, like, Patrick Mahomes, like, I need to see him when he don't have elite talent around him. And what we're seeing is he can play well, and then he can have games like, last week and then the week before where he's like chucking INTs all around the place.
Mm-hmm.
Now you could blame it on his receivers, sure, but
they're dropping a lot of balls.
Yeah, but there are other dudes out there playing with bad receivers too, and they're getting it done. Lamar Jackson for years was playing with nobody. Who's the best wide receiver Lamar Jackson ever had before this year?
Mm-hmm.
Hollywood Brown. But he did have Mark Andrews.
Yeah, but that's a tight end though. Like
same as Mahomes. He had Kelsey.
No, Mahomes had Tyreek Hill. He had Kelsey. He even had Juju for a minute when he was actually.
Yeah, good. I mean Tyreek Hill would be the one.
I mean Tyreek Hill literally out there making Tua look like doggone MVP,
killing it.
Well, okay,
but go ahead.
Go ahead, Jess.
No, please go ahead. I'm listening.
I would, based on what you just said about his definition, because I listened to the clip. I didn't listen to the whole show. But I think people probably shouldn't take it as a slight in the way that he's saying it. Then, like if he's defining game managers, if it's the way that you're saying, like if he's what, so I don't. Cam would never disparage Tom Brady, Peyton, and Drew Brees.
Mm-hmm.
So if he defines them as elite game managers, then him using the word game manager probably isn't a slight. He's saying their skill set is to manage the game, and if you're an elite game manager, then your skill set is to do it and is to be able to manage the game in ways that nobody else can do it. You know what I'm saying? Versus game changers, who are people that if a play breaks down, if a play needs to get made or whatever, and you have to do something where you have to move outside of the pocket or you have to go get these yards in whatever way, you know what I'm saying? Then these quarterbacks are capable of doing that.
But see, I think that's where again, that's what I'm saying. I don't look at the game manager as a disparaging title. I'm challenging his assessment of what is a game changer.
Okay, so I would say,
you feel what I'm saying, Morgan?
Yes,
because that's what I'm saying. Like when the list of people he gave are basically people who can scramble, who can run and leave the pocket,
right?
And so that to me is where I think his definition lies for who is a game changer. And I'm saying, to me, a game changer is somebody who actually changes the game no matter what. You know what I mean? Like again, they make it happen no matter what. Even when everything breaks down, they still slinging it and doing it well. Like, it doesn't matter if they can't scramble it. Like, to me, scrambling has nothing to do with it, I guess.
I mean, that's fine. I disagree. That's why I say we're a game manager, a person like a Peyton Manning or a Tom Brady, someone who's traditionally in the pocket, doesn't really scramble, but they can pick apart a defense. They know how to call audibles. They can notify the blitz. They can, change routes, blah, 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 blah. They're managing what's going on the field. Game changers are those ones that, okay, nothing's going on. I can hit this pocket here. Or, okay, I see the blitz. They're not changing the play for the blitz, but they know how to run and juke and still swing and get the ball off.
They have the athleticism to.
They have that, yeah. So to me,
that's why I think it needs to be a different name. It needs to be a different title then, I guess.
They have the athleticism to do what the game manager does through the mental side.
But that's what I'm saying. I look at a game manager as somebody who
essentially those game changers aren't, like I said, they're not really calling the plays. They're just adjusting to the game as it's going on. The game manager, like I said, the Mannings and Brady or whatever, they're I won't say they're changing, but they're seeing what's going on and they can change the pace. They're not necessarily game changers, but they're able to dissect what's going on and make their adjustments from there.
But that's what I'm saying. I think they're different. Like, to me, a game manager is somebody where everything has to kind of be working right. Like, everything needs to be working like a Brock Purdy. Like, and I don't mean no disrespect to Brock Purdy or even Dak Prescott, but to me, they're guys where, everything has to be the offense has to be on time. They have to have elite skill players around them to be good. You know what I'm saying? Like, to manage the game well. Because if you take away those elite skill players and just give them run-of-the-mill guys, they can't make it happen at an elite level.
Okay. There's someone like I said, he said game changers are like Mahomes and like a Lamar Jackson or whoever, right?
Rodgers.
And game managers are like Peyton and Brady, and I might even put Aaron Rodgers in there, because Aaron Rodgers don't really scramble or run.
No, he did a lot. He did a lot in the beginning.
Yeah.
As he got older, he stopped.
He definitely does.
Let's just stick with like a Peyton Manning and a Brady. Drew Brees, if it came time for those players to manage the clock, do a scoring drive, and the offensive coordinator is not calling plays, they're calling the plays in the huddle, Brady, Peyton are going to do a better job at managing the plays, managing the clock. Once again, making adjustments on, you know what I'm saying, mid adjustments because they see the blitz or they see the stunt or they see whatever. They'll adjust the plays and boom, they're managing the whole thing as opposed to Mahomes. They're not going to do that. They're going to play the play that's called and they'll just make their adjustments in the instance of the play being played.
I don't think he means that it's a slight only because
I don't think it's a slight.
I'm not looking at it as a slight. I'm just
challenging
the definition of the term game changer. And so,
to
use your analogy, to me, there are guys that there are guys that are at the line and they have maybe they have the play called and then they have the audible, right? And so they get there, they call an audible based off the coverage that they're seeing. Okay, you guys follow me?
Yeah.
To me, a guy like Brady and Manning, to me, that's a game manager. I have the play call and then I have the audible. If I call a play and then they change, okay, cool, we're going to check, yada, yada, yada. But to me, guys like Brady, Breeze, and Manning, they are dictating what the defense has to do. And that's what I'm saying. They change it. So they could call a play, defense makes a move. Nope, check.
Okay.
Okay, defense playing. You know what I'm saying? So they are changing the game because they're dictating what the defense has to do, as opposed to the defense, you reading the defense and being like, okay, I got to do this. I have to change because of what the defense is doing, as opposed to, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. That's why I use it. That's why
in basketball, when LeBron got the ball and he's calling the stuff on the court, hey, if this dude do this, do this. Hey, if he do this, he's managing the game. He's not.
I agree.
He's managing it. No different than what we're saying Peyton or what Brady would do. Hey, y'all, watch that right there. Watch this right here. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I don't like this. He's about to blitz. Change to
no. It's definitely managing. I'm just saying. I think when I think of game changers, I think of on a larger scale, as opposed to this dude can scramble if the play breaks down, and then you know what I mean. I just disagree with that assessment on it, because even in basketball, you have really good players and then you have elite players. That's how I look at it. You have KD
is a game changer. Giannis to me is a game changer.
Yes.
But LeBron to me would be, even though he can be a game changer, yes, but to me he more of a game manager.
Nah, I can't do that. I can't. I'm not even the biggest LeBron fan, and I can't say that.
Defense.
Nah, that dude is a game changer.
And make plays.
So to add more context, and then I got to go. But
yeah, we could.
The traditional definition for a game manager is a quarterback that their job is to get in the game and not turn the ball over. Pretty much,
right.
Run the play that we're telling you to run. You might have a check or whatever, but outside of that, we're not expecting you to reinvent the wheel. We're not expecting you to make any spectacular plays or splash plays. We're just expecting you to go out here, do not turn the ball over, take care of pretty much your job as a game managing quarterback by the common definition is do not turn the ball over. Take care of the ball. Let our defense win this. Let our run game. Let's rely on that. You know what I'm saying? That's what game managers traditionally mean. Gotcha. In the way that, I think that's enough. I know Cam knows the game. Yeah. Cam knows the game well enough to not define, especially Dak Prescott, as just a game manager, because we've seen Dak Prescott. The knock that Dak gets is when the moment is really big. You know what I'm saying? He might mess up or he might fall off. You know what I'm saying? But we've also seen Dak in big moments have big games. You know what I'm saying? Or make big plays. It's not always on Dak when they lose those games.
The game managers, there are game managers that have big. Brock Purdy has had big games. I give him credit. He's had.
And I've seen him make really good plays.
Oh yeah, he's absolutely.
Yes. But that just goes.
I'm saying to me, the guys like that, once you start taking an elite player from them and replacing them with somebody that's not as good, that's when you start to see the difference between a game manager and an elite game changer. And that's why I can't put Brady, Manning, and Breeze in there, because I've seen Breeze when he ain't got great players. I've seen Brady when he ain't got great players. Manning when he ain't got great players. That to me is what really separates them. That is why to me the scrambling ability ain't got nothing to do with it. Because there are a lot of quarterbacks that can scramble. Like RG3 could scramble. I mean, I wouldn't call him a game changer.
Yeah, but I
know what you're saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, to me, it's just semantics. You know, I just couldn't call it. Like, I had no problem with everything he said. I just couldn't when he referred to them as elite game managers. I was like, can't be calling the GOAT no elite.
Right. One last question before we go. All right. So y'all have had all of these polls throughout the year, and this is the last one. It's already said and done that I won. I got the best one. So outside of this one, who won between the three of y'all? Who has the most wins?
Go on, say it. Go on and say it.
Javon is ahead as of tonight.
Javon by one?
By one.
Okay. So yeah.
And he's still there's still one. There's still one, and you know, I appreciate
you didn't close out the year with a win, but still won.
You should. Hey, he was up on me. He had a sizable advantage, or he had like 7 or 8 up on me.
Right.
And you know, I came back like 28-3.
I'm just calling it. You know what I'm saying? I'm calling that
I came back like 28-3 in the fourth quarter.
I'm calling that I got the win tonight. You kind of copied off of me. You heard my list and it was like, okay, I'm gonna switch this and this.
My list has been made for like 5 hours.
They accuse me of that all the time. So
you do it all the time. You cheat all the time, sir.
Well, time to go.
You literally cheat. All the time.
Because
you make your list while we giving our list.
Here come the BS. You know what I'm saying?
Or he'll be like, "Oh, I got 2 lists tonight."
Yeah,
and we'll be like, "Nah." And then he'll be like, "All right, I'm gonna get this list," and then that list don't hit. So he'll be like, "Let me tell you this other list."
Yeah,
and then he'll be like, "I'm gonna take that list," and we'll be like, "Whatever, dude."
I know how to stir the pot.
This ain't no pot.
100% false. For those who are still watching the polls,
like this ain't no video. Like, you can go on YouTube.
The polls is up to the group family, and we love y'all. And we thank y'all for another week of y'all coming and joining our conversation, man.
Hey, man, happy New Year. We ain't gonna see you.
New Year.
Happy New Year, happy Christmas for those that we miss it with. King Jess, appreciate you coming through as always. You know, and yeah, that seat is yours. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know,
hey, Danny can't, you know,
I'm just saying it's on wax now, so you can't take it back. I'm just saying, you know what I mean?
Act like he can't be on time, you know, he can't show up.
I'm just saying, you know what I mean? So
best ability is availability, man. I'm just saying.
It is what it is. But
all right,
with that being said, we'll see y'all next week. We appreciate y'all. Love. See y'all next week. Well, y'all know how we doing the topic. We'll just probably.
No idea.
Yep, we have no idea. It'll come
figure it out
at some point. Somebody do a poll. Shoot. You know what I'm saying? Don't make me. We'll see y'all next week. Peace out.